Welcome to another episode of TBI Time. My name is Scott Stewart. In today's episode, we'll be talking about tips and tricks, a little extended version, things that make life a little easier for those living with a traumatic brain injury and their family. Also, I'm going to be talking about the people who are affected by a traumatic brain injury.
Hey, this is Derek from AIM Independent Living Center. I'm here talking to Scott about some of the tips and tricks that he uses to help with his TBI. Let's talk first of all about how you plan and schedule your daily life. What are some of the things that you find most helpful?
Well, one of the things I find helpful is I have a board right next to my door. So when I'm sitting there, I can think of what my activities are going to be for the day or the next day. I use a whiteboard and also use a blackboard chalk paint. It helps me to look at the appointments for the day, medications if I need to. It helps keep things organized. And with today's technology, we have Alexa, and you can program Alexa to remind you of taking your medications, doctor's appointments, or even cooking and laundry and different things that you can do in the house that needs timers. So just technology today and different tools available for people with brain injuries as reminders has really increased.
Okay. You've talked about how you have a daily meeting. What does that consist of?
The daily meeting for me over the past 21 years has been with my family, my friends, and my wife. What it is I have doctor's appointments, I have medications, I have such a busy schedule. Because when you have a traumatic brain injury, you have so many events happening in your life. I need somebody to double check on me because I forget things. It's a simple fact. When you have a brain injury, you forget things. So my wife checks up on me now, make sure everything was done and was accomplished. But when I first had my brain injury, my mother would help me. I would have a counselor call me to see what plans were for the day and check on with me at the end of the day to make sure they were all accomplished. So just somebody to meet with every day, whether it be a phone call, text, or in person, can help me make sure that my tasks that I've scheduled out are accomplished.
Okay. What are some of the tricks you use to keep from forgetting things? I understand you set a timer sometimes. What do you?
Yes, I have a bad habit of, because of my brain injury, I get distracted really easy. So I have a timer for when I cook because there's times where I've gotten distracted and I've burnt food. And I've realized that the smoke detector is not a timer. So one of the things I've done is set a timer on my stove. I've used the timer on my microwave. I've used the timer on my phone. Or sometimes I'll even use my wife and say, hey, can you let me know when 20 minutes is up? And that helps me to want to keep from burning food. It helps me to remind me to check on the laundry when it's done. And just other little events that I do in my day-to-day living.
Okay. I thought it was interesting you mentioned you actually have used labels too to keep organized.
Yes, sometimes with my brain injury, my vision's gotten a little worse, and the print on spices is so small. So I've gone and got printing labels, and I've made bigger prints from on the spices. And when I first had my brain injury, I didn't know where the forks went, or where utensils went, or even putting milk in the refrigerator. I would have to put labels on everything. But over time, I've gotten away from the labels. But it was a great tool to have when I first got my brain injury, and it really helped me guide my life and where things go.
Okay. How do you make sure the household chores get done?
Checklist. Number one, checklist.
Okay.
I need to have a checklist every day. In my case, my checklist is my wife. But having a checklist, whether it's on the whiteboard, the blackboard, through Alexa, or even just a piece of paper. Okay, when I wake up, I have to brush my teeth, I have to take a shower, I have to do laundry, I have to, the different events I have to do day to day in my house. I have a checklist, and at the end of the day, I make sure that everything I scheduled was accomplished.
Okay. You said that sometimes you just feel overwhelmed, things get hectic. What do you do in that situation?
I've created a safe space. It's just a space where it's no television, no radio, no music, no children. It's just a space where I can go turn the lights out and refocus. Because when you have a traumatic brain injury, you can become easily overwhelmed with so much activities in life, with medication, doctor's appointments, and everything. It's so difficult, and sometimes you just need to break away from that, have a safe space, go sit, relax, get refocused, and get re-energized.
Very interesting. Thanks, Scott.
Thank you. Over 2 million people every year sustain a traumatic brain injury in the United States. Along with such a high number, we need to look at the millions more affected: spouses, children, family members, and friends. At first, there's a whole lot of questions that need to be answered. One of the biggest questions is, how is my life going to change? No matter the type of traumatic brain injury received, no matter if there was a loss of consciousness or if there was a loss of consciousness, was a few hours to a few months, there will be a change. That change may not be seen by the person with the traumatic brain injury, but it will be seen by those around them. Changes in cognitive ability, physical changes, personality, and behavior are significant. With these changes happening to so many people every year, and those close to the patient, it is difficult to understand what is happening. I have researched many organizations to help me and my family, because a traumatic brain injury will affect us for the rest of my life. With today's technology and the use of the internet, finding an answer to questions for families becomes easier. Answers from doctors, pharmacists, counselors, and those who are professionals in dealing with traumatic brain injuries can be customized to the specific patient, and that will make recovery more focused. Recovery is important for the patient and all those close to them. I wish there were more programs to help families, but that is coming in the future. For now, AIM and I, along with other participating agencies, local, statewide, and national, are using this platform to educate everyone we can about what a traumatic brain injury is and the resources available to help. In order to help even more people and spread the word about TBI Time, I am asking you to please like, share, and subscribe so we can help those who are searching for answers. Thank you.